Harriet Tubman, Sojourner Truth, Fannie Lou Hamer, Mary McLeod Bethune, Coretta Scott King, Barbara Jordan, Shirley Chisholm, Maxine Waters, Michelle Obama. Proud, strong African-American women on the forefront of change who were not afraid to say, if it ain't broke, let's break it and see what happens. Good evening and welcome to Onyx Magazine's kickoff of Women's History Month. We're so happy to see you all here, and I am just thrilled that in a few minutes I'm going to have an opportunity to have a fireside chat with Dr. Melissa Freeman. Yes. All the way from New York to share some Florida sunshine with us. So why are we here? Every year, March is designated Women's History Month by presidential proclamation. This month is set aside to honor the contributions of women in American history. In February of 1980, President Jimmy Carter issued the first presidential proclamation declaring the week of March 8th as National Women's History Week. Now, subsequent presidents proclaimed National Women's History Week until 1987. And that's when Congress stepped in and passed a law designating the entire month as Women's History Month. So between 1988 and 1994, there were additional resolutions passed authorizing each president since Carter to proclaim March as Women's History Month. And every year there's a theme. This year's theme is Visionary Women, Champions of Peace and Nonviolence. The theme honors women who have led the efforts to end war, violence, and injustice, and pioneered the use of nonviolence to change society. Welcome. I'm honored to be here to serve as your MC. I'm Annetta Wilson, and longtime resident of Central Florida. And Rich Black did not ask me if I wanted to MC. He told me I was going to MC. So he's one of only two men that I can't say no to. You want to know who the other one is? I'll talk to you later. I'm so excited that you're here, and throughout the evening I'm going to give you a few tidbits about what women throughout history have done. And since we're talking about women leaders in changing society, I think it's only appropriate that we know that 14% of active members in the U.S. Armed Forces today are women. In 1950, that was only 2%. I'm a journalist, so I research everything. Hatshepsut was one of the most powerful women in the ancient world and the one and only female pharaoh in Egyptian history. She was the fifth pharaoh of the Egyptian dynasty of ancient Egypt, taking over as a supposed regent for her son. Now, while accounts paint her reign as a favorable one, her image has been defaced on temples and inscriptions as though they meant to wipe her existence from history. But we all know you can't keep a powerful woman down. You might slow her down, but you're not going to keep her down. So throughout the evening, I'll be sharing tidbits to let you know just how much we should celebrate the contributions of women to our society. And men, we honor you too. We couldn't do it without you. That's why God made you as our partners and counterparts. But tonight is ladies' night. I'd like to bring to the podium the chair of this beautiful celebration, and she's chair of the Onyx Magazine Advisory Committee, Deirdre Parker. evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. I don't know if I can do it as well as Annetta, but I'm going to try. I am Deidre Parker, and as chairman of Onyx Magazine's Women on the Move events, I want to welcome you and thank you for joining me in the Women's History Month celebration. Together we take pride in African American history, and especially the women that contribute to that courageous history. The stories of remarkable African American women are exceptional and inspiring. We pay tribute to the women before us who not only influenced lives, but positively influenced social conditions for all of us. On this very special evening, we salute our mothers and grandmothers for their courage, their faith, and their resilience. Hopefully they are looking down from the heavens and applauding the visionary champions of our culture here with us tonight, including our legendary guest of honor, Dr. Melissa Freeman. Thank you and enjoy the evening. We're all so excited you're here, Dr. Freeman, so there are lots of people who want to bestow gifts upon you and say hello to you. And now to do that from the office of City of Orlando Commissioner District 6 Samuel Ames. Is Commissioner Ames here? Okay. Commissioner Regina Hill, City of Orlando District 5. Is she your representative here?
Yes.
There she is. Didn't see you in the back. Doesn't she look fabulous in this royal purple? Absolutely. Commissioner Hill?
Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Dr. Freeman, we honor you and welcome to the beautiful District 5, City of Orlando. Congratulations to all the recipients in the house. I just want to say I am a proud member of the 2018 Women on the Move. So thank you all for coming out this evening to celebrate the Year of the Woman. Enjoy your evening.
Now we will bring to the front Mildred Graham. Mildred is Director of Advancement and Alumni Affairs for the FAMU College of Law and a fellow Rattler. I'm sorry, I can't help it if there are any Wildcats in the house. Forgive me. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. And on behalf of the 12th President of Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University, Dr. Larry Robinson, as well as the Interim Dean of the FAMU College of Law, Mr. Leroy Purnell, I just want to bring you greetings from Rattlers around the world. Tonight we are so honored to be here to recognize some outstanding women in our community, including Dr. Melissa Freeman. And we want to present to Dr. Freeman a resolution tonight. And we also want to provide her with a little bit of orange and green love. So, I won't read it in its entirety, but Dr. Freeman, we are glad to present this resolution to you. We want you to know how much we appreciate all you've done to encourage higher education. We love you and welcome to Central Florida. Please join me in welcoming one of our sponsors, Marisol Romani, Director, Diversity and Minority Business Development, Orlando Health. She is a founding partner and title sponsor.
Good evening, everyone. As a health
Orlando Health is delighted to be a part of honoring Dr. Freeman tonight for her work of treating women with opioid addictions. Orlando Health is a community-based network of hospitals, physician practices, and outpatient care centers across Florida, where we look forward to serving you, as you can see in the video, when it matters most. We are a $3.4 billion not-for-profit healthcare organization, and last year alone, our contributions to the community amounted to $450 million. Part of that amount goes to sponsorships, community organizations, services, development programs, and to sponsoring events and community groups such as the Onyx magazine, Women on the Move. We're excited about the Women on the Move with Onyx magazine partnership. Our 8 hospitals include Orlando Regional Medical Center, Dr. P. Phillips Hospital, South Lake Hospital, South Seminole Hospital, South Central Hospital, Arnold Palmer Medical Center for Children, Winnie Palmer Hospital for Women and Babies, and St. Cloud Regional Medical Center. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow and enjoying this inspiring annual event that has transpired as a small idea that was spoken about, and I know Rich will say a little bit more later, so I'll leave it for him, for women that are doing so many amazing and remarkable things in their professional fields will be honored. Thank you.
Thank you, Marcia. This is truly a community effort. We would not be here without our presenting sponsors, and it is because of the efforts of Rich Black. I'm going to call you like you call me, Dr. Rich Black. He's given me an honorary PhD, and I haven't told him any differently, so I kind of like it. I think I'm going to have a t-shirt maybe that says Dr. and then Wilson. So who gave you that? Rich Black did. That's all you need to know. Our next presenting sponsor is Yolanda Lee, proprietor of Outback Steakhouse and Lee Vista. And she brought her cheering squad with her. The ladies at her table are her sisters. Yes. So while she's coming up, another little tidbit. Since our honoree tonight is Dr. Melissa Freeman, the earliest recorded female physician was Merit Katap, a doctor in ancient Egypt who lived around 2700 BC. Many historians believe she may be the first woman recorded by name in history of all the sciences, and that makes her achievement all the more impressive. And for those of you who have forgotten, Egypt is on the continent of Africa. Yolanda Lee.
Good evening. Good evening. I know we can do better than that. Good evening, Onyx. Good evening. Well, I am excited to be here. As she said, my name is Yolanda Lee. I am the proprietor of the Outback Steakhouse at Lee Vista. And for those of you who may not know where that is on South Samaron, right outside the Orlando airport. So please, one of the things that I'm trying to do is make sure that we are your favorite place to eat, drink, and have fun with your family and friends. And so I invite each and every one of you to come by and visit. I am open to catering. I am open to meetings. I am open to do all kinds of things at my location. I've been in the Orlando market for about 2 years, and I took over the Outback Lee Vista about 1.5 years ago. So if you haven't been on that side of town in a while, then please travel over to see what I am doing along with my amazing staff. I want to thank a couple of my Outbackers for being here with me this evening. So thank you so much for coming. I also want to say thank you to my sisters. I have 2 sisters, and both of them are here with me this evening as well. So thank you, sisters, for being here. But I just want to also say that I thank Onyx, Rich Black,
Dr. Rich Black. I thank you so much for reaching out to me and to get me involved and let me know what is going on, because I'm excited to meet some new people and just to meet Orlando, Central Florida, which I haven't had a chance to do since I've been here. So again, I ask you to please come by Outback Steakhouse at the Lee Vista, South Cimarron, right outside the airport. It's not hard to find us. And I want to also say, in honor of Dr. Freeman, we thank you for being such a trailblazer. We appreciate all that you have done. And we know that the things that you have done have helped many and many people before, now, and will continue to do so. So thank you so much, Onyx.
Thank you, Yolanda. Our next presenting sponsor is Tupperware Brands Incorporated. Who has not heard of Tupperware, right? Well, they are not your grandmother's Tupperware anymore. They're doing some really innovative things, and here to bring you greetings from our other presenting sponsor is Gabrielle Ingram, who is Vice President of Global Talent Management for Tupperware Brands.
Good evening and welcome to this fabulous event. We are so excited on behalf of Tupperware to sponsor this event, or to be a sponsor, because it aligns with our purpose. Our purpose really is empowering women. We have over 2 million women in our sales force and some men, and we really focus in on how to develop them to really the greatest potential that they can have. How can they really grow and contribute to the communities in which they live and work? So located in over 81 countries around the world, we really focus in on empowering them so they can be the best version of themselves. So on behalf of Tupperware, we're so excited to be here. We'd like to also extend great appreciation to all of the women on the move, and especially Dr. Freeman. Thank you for inspiring us so that we can become even better and reach our fullest potential. We say at Tupperware we have a ripple effect, that when you empower women to make a difference in the community in which they live and work, it spreads like ripples as you drop a pebble. It just trickles out throughout the entire community. And so Dr. Freeman, you have impacted us so much, and all the women here. We really want to make sure that we continue this. So to all of our sponsors, thank you for creating ripples. And to everyone that's here, we believe that there are 2 important times in your life. The first when you're born, and the second when you find your purpose. And so on behalf of Tupperware, we hope you all find your purpose and live your dreams.
Thank you. Let's please give a round of applause to all our presenting sponsors, because they do this in the spirit of community partnership. How many of you would love to hear from Dr. Freeman right now? So I am so proud to be honored to spend a few minutes having a conversation with Dr. Freeman. If you could bring her up. Let's give her a round of applause as she makes her way to the front. Another tidbit. Upon her husband's death, Cherokee leader Nancy Ward took his place in a 1775 battle against the Creeks and led the Cherokees to victory. Now, after that victory, she became head of the Women's Council and a member of the Council of Chiefs, playing a key role in social and political changes to the Cherokee Nation throughout her life. Women have always been on the front lines, sometimes, in her case, literally on the front lines of change in our community.
Let's give her a round of applause.
Good afternoon to everybody here, and thank you so much for inviting me to come to this wonderful meeting and to meet so many wonderful people, and of course so many people who are working in my field, in the field of helping people get better. So thank you again very, very much. And above all, Dr. Rich Floyd, and Mr. Nell Reed. Thank you.
Thank you for being here. I saw the interview that Robin Roberts did you on Good Morning America, and if you have not seen it, please go to YouTube and check it out. You said, when she asked what your secret was, you said, you do what you have to do, you have to move on. Good advice for all of us. You have been blessed to be in your 9th decade, which means you have seen changes for women from the thought of women being on the forefront of change to now being change agents. Was there ever a time when you became discouraged? And if so, how did you find the strength to keep going?
I don't think I've been really in any way discouraged. I was encouraged by an elderly family friend who said, why don't you think about studying medicine? I had been in college working in social work, I thought, until this woman mentioned it, and I had taken some classes in physiology and found it very interesting, and the idea sort of struck me. Medicine, that would be fascinating. I did like physiology, and the idea of continuing and doing medicine really struck me, but how was I going to afford it? My father had died when I was 13 years old. I am the granddaughter, I think that was mentioned, of a slave. My grandfather, my mother's father, had been born a slave in Virginia and had migrated with part of his family to New York, but certainly we didn't expect him to help. So that may have been just one of the factors that might have discouraged me a little bit. But then people talked to me and I knew about believing in God. And I was a member of a church in my community. Actually the church that my grandfather also belonged to, and my uncles, my mother, her sisters, everybody belonged to that church, and we attended services regularly. And the idea that God can do more than one can expect in life. So I said, well, what can I do but try? And so on what I did. And I was very, very successful.
Thank you. So, what I'm hearing from you is there are no excuses. You know, often as women we say, I'm not enough, fill in the blank. Or I'm too much, fill in the blank. I'm too old, I'm too inexperienced, I don't have the education, I don't have the support system. If you could say or give a piece of advice to a woman out here listening who has thought, well, my time has passed. You know, that train left the station. I can't do the things that I wanted to do. I can't fulfill those dreams. What would you say to her?
Well, I am now in my 92nd year, and the one thing I would say is that age is just a number. You do what you can always find time to do. You do as much as you can do in the time that you have, and you don't stand back and you say, well, I have reached a certain point in my life, I can't do it. If you can do it, go ahead. Don't stop. Just keep fighting on. There is so much to be done, and so much that our people, certainly of color, need to have done. So don't stop. Go ahead, get your education, go back to school if you have to. If not, you just work at what you are doing. If you're a helper, CNA in a nursing home, or if you're just helping a child in a preschool situation, or if you're a clerk, or just whatever you're doing, continue on as long as you can until God says, okay, step out. And so far, he hasn't told me to step out. People ask me, when are you going to retire? I just tell them I don't know. Age is just a number. As long as I can function, I will continue until somebody everybody says, well, Freeman, it's time to leave.
Well, we're glad you're here. Your
It's such a pleasure to be here, and it was just really, I've been so honored to come to Orlando. I thank Dr. Rich again, and Janelle Reed, and the staff that has stood behind them and helped us to get here. I am so grateful. It's been a wonderful trip. I may add that my niece here is with me. She's named for me, Melissa Freeman. She's the daughter of my brother. And one that I really have to say thank you to is Mr. Laverton Williams. Mr. Williams, where are you? There he is. And it was he who started us thinking. I have an office of medical internal medicine in my community in Harlem, and I had a team working. We redid things, and I thought, well, I'll ask Mr. Williams to join us because I had taken care of a very close elderly relative of his, and I said, well, I'll ask him to join us. And then I had a picture of my grandfather. I was hoping I would have it reduced enough so I could bring it and show it to you. And I said to him, let me show you this. And I told him the story. I said, you know, this is just something that someone had enlarged, and I think it might have been a cousin who had enlarged a picture of my grandfather. And I showed it to him, and he said, oh, this is a story that should be told. I said, why? I've known it all my life. What's to be told? And it's gone from there until it's just been a wonderful journey. And I have to thank Mr. Williams. Where are you, Mr. Williams?
He's right here. He is her publicist. So your practice, and you see over 100 patients a year, your practice is focused on people with opioid addictions. Why did you have a heart to focus on that community?
Well, my internal medicine practice is not with opioid patients. I see people of age as an internal medicine physician. I practice people who are aged 18 and above. And the oldest patient I ever had was a woman who was 99. And I said to her, oh, Mrs. So-and-so, next year you will be 100. And she said, I'm working on it. And she made it. I didn't see her towards the end of her life because she did have to go to a nursing home. But she died at 105. But at any rate, so the idea of working with women, and now with both women and men, with opioid dependence, with heroin addiction and other opioid products that they were getting illegally, started when I began to work with a social worker in the community. He brought not an elderly woman, a youngish woman, to my practice, and I was working in Lower Manhattan. And this young woman was a heroin addict. What did we have to offer her? Nothing more than detoxification from the drug. So that was not very successful, and he had to take her away and so forth. Several years later, he called me, and he said, we have an interesting project. And I said, what is it? And he said, come to the clinic and I'll show you, I'll tell you about it. And he introduced me to the use of a medication called methadone. And they were working at that time with male patients. They weren't certain. There were two physicians. One was a psychiatrist who worked in Harlem and had written a book called The Drug Addict as a Patient. And the other was a physician at a facility in Manhattan working with, he was doing research, not in drug addiction. And the two of them had got together and talked about working with people who were addicted to drugs. And what would they do? They started with male patients only because they weren't certain how it would work with females. And when they decided that they might want to try now working with females, he thought, asking me if I would be interested. And I said, yes, I would be interested, thinking back on this young woman whom we couldn't help. And that's how I got involved.
What's been is there a patient that stands out for you that has made you say, yes, I'm glad I did that? the success stories, biggest success stories in your practice?
Yes, there have been. I can think of one young woman who went back to college, still in treatment. She went to the same college that I had gone to. And not only that, she had graduated Phi Beta Kappa. And I said to her, oh, Miss so-and-so, I went to the same college. Only I did not graduate Phi Beta Kappa. But yes, she did that, and she was still in treatment. And I've seen people go back into business. I've seen them learn new trades. Now we see both males and females. But initially, I worked with the very first women who were on methadone as a maintenance medication, maintenance treatment, and I've seen them progress to success, going back, getting families back, going back to the field. Some of them, one young woman I can think of, she's been with us for a number of years, working as a, not a cosmetologist, was it? Pardon me, working as a hairdresser in her community. They do anything and everything. They can do anything that they want to do if they're motivated. And many of them certainly are, because they've lost their children, they've been taken from them because of their problem. And now we see them coming back into life as with help. We have social workers who work with treating them and introducing them to caring for the family. And we see wonderful results. Some people don't make it, not everybody is successful, but the majority of them are.
You have encouraged so many people over your 6 decades of practicing medicine and just being blessed to be in your 9th decade. Who encourages you?
Who encourages me? Anybody who comes to my help, or my help, and that I can help. And we know also about the problems of people of color in our communities who need the help. I see elderly people being shunted to the side. I saw a recent incident of a woman in a hospital. I was not a physician, but I saw her as a family friend. And we know that the care that she was getting in that hospital was not the kind of care that she should be getting. She was taken out finally to a nursing home where she did begin to improve. So just seeing people working with people who are not getting the care that they should be getting because of their color, because of their age. We see people who are elderly who are not getting the help that they need. My niece and I can tell you of another incident of a young woman who had been in the hospital for one problem, and she was functioning very well in the community, but she had no family. And they wanted to just shunt her out into a nursing home or into a facility. And we had to stand up and say, no, this woman can function and has functioned until this time. So finally, the social worker agreed with us, and they went to her support, and she's home. And so we see all kinds of little strange things happening that shouldn't be happening, and we know now that we need to stand up and help them to fight.
One final question. You have the opportunity now to sit across the table from the younger you, that you who said, medicine might be a good idea. From this vantage point, what advice would you give Melissa, who's just starting out on this journey?
Well, I would suggest, first of all, I would suggest anybody who has a young person interested in medicine, don't tell them they can't do it. Tell them, continue on, do your studies, work hard to do your studies as well as you possibly can, and then take it from there. And don't say no, because miracles can happen and do happen.
Please applaud this miracle, Dr. Melissa Freeman. Thank you so much for being with us. Thank you again for inviting me to this wonderful event today. Thank you so very, very much. It's been just such a rewarding situation.
And again, Dr. Black, thank you.
We're going to continue our program. We're so excited you're here, Dr. Freeman, and the accolades keep pouring in, and we want to give you your flowers while you can take them home with you. Absolutely. Now, please join me in welcoming Eloise Abraham, President of the Association of Black Nurses, City of Orlando.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. My name is Eloise Abrahams, and I'm the administrator first of Guardian Care Nursing and Rehab Center, a Black-owned facility located in Orlando. And I brought my team with me. And I'm also the newly appointed president of the Central Florida Black Nurses Association. And I am so honored for many reasons this evening. Number one is being in the presence of a phenomenal woman, Dr. Melissa. I tell you, it was just so inspiring to be able to stand next to you tonight. I was encouraged because I was thinking about retirement in about 3 or 4 years, but I am going to keep going as long as God says go. Amen. Because age is just a number, right? All right. On behalf of the Central Florida Black Nurses Association, which I'm very proud to be a part of, I would like to bring greetings to Dr. Melissa Freeman and each of you. Let me just tell you a little bit about Central Florida Black Nurses Association. The association was formed in 1982 by 3 African-American nurses, phenomenal women. And one was my instructor when I was in the RN program. And we appreciate these ladies for being trailblazers and for blazing the trail for current leaders such as myself and future leaders. And Central Florida Black Nurses Association partners with the Orlando Health and many other established healthcare organizations in the community to bring education and health screening to underserved communities and minorities. And we also, which we're very proud of, sponsor students that are pursuing a career in nursing. This past year, we awarded about $10,000 to 7 students that were pursuing a higher education from a 2-year program all the way up to a PhD. Isn't that awesome? And our next scholarship program is going to be in September of this year. September, I think it is 28th. And we'd like to see everybody in this room take part in that program. And finally, I want to thank Dr. Black and his team for choosing me. I'm just so honored to be one of 22 women on the move. Thank you. Thank you.
Now let's welcome last year's honoree, Angela Suggs, who is President and CEO of the Florida Sports Foundation.
Thank you so very much. Wow. What a special moment we just all experienced. Such an amazing woman we have in our midst, Dr. Melissa Freeman. The 2019 Onyx Women on the Move Woman of the Year. I am Angela Adams Suggs, President and Chief Executive Officer of the Florida Sports Foundation, and I'm so honored to be here with you all this evening. Thank you all for joining us this evening. Last year, this same time, I stood before my village and so many of you as we stand here tonight with this village, humbled An amazing year ensued after that, Dr. Black. And tomorrow we look forward to honoring so many other amazing women as it happens every year. And so many of you all are here this evening. And even more so now, as I have the opportunity to be a part of honoring Dr. Freeman and extending her amazing story and our collective legacy through this official cover unveiling. So I promise to keep my time short, and rightfully so, because it's not about us, but Dr. Freeman, it's about you. From the granddaughter of a slave to the halls of Howard University's College of Medicine, to serving in your field of medicine for more than 60 years, and at the 92 years young age, running your private practice for 40 of those years, to being held in such high esteem as one of the nation's premier doctors, helping others and treating people in times of crisis. An outstanding journey for an outstanding woman. And we should be so thankful to be in your presence here today. I know that I am thankful. And so on behalf of the Florida Sports Foundation, our governor, Governor Ron DeSantis, our entire board of directors, of which we have one of our board members here, another woman on the move, honoree, Letitia Adams, or Dr. Letitia Adams, because everyone has a doctorate. Dr. Freeman, we want to present you with a token of our appreciation. The Florida Sports Foundation is Florida sports charity. We produce opportunities for people to remain active for a lifetime, and we're just so honored to present this to you this evening.
And the baton has been passed from last year's honoree to this year. What a beautiful moment. And now we're going to have a presentation by Letitia Adams, who is chair-elect of the African American Chamber of Commerce, Central Florida.
Thank you. This is an amazing evening. This is really special. My name is Letitia Adams. I'm the chair-elect of the African American Chamber of Central Florida. And I bring you greetings this evening on behalf of our president, Tanisha Nungary. She is double-booked this evening. She sends her apologies and warmest regards. She would love to be here. We have a chamber event. There's a lot of things going on this evening, but this is super special. So I'm super glad to be here. The African American Chamber of Commerce has served its members in the Central Florida community as an advocate and resource for over 7 decades, assisting members in gaining access to business opportunities in the private and public sectors. Longevity and helping others are something that our honoree this evening knows quite a bit about. For over 60 years, Dr. Melissa Freeman has helped people to come out of their health condition and to make it. It is an incredible honor to be here this evening to celebrate you, Dr. Freeman, and your impact upon the lives of so many. As we come on the tail end of Black History Month, there's not a single more appropriate person to lift up and acknowledge for her pioneering work that has changed so many lives affected by the opioid crisis. In honor of your contribution to not only Black history, but to all of humanity, the African American Chamber of Commerce hopes that you will accept this pen as a symbol of our pride in your work and our commitment to continue to uplift Black businesses and pioneers like yourself.
It is so wonderful to be present at a moment of history, to see excellence in this room, not only in our audience, but to be in the presence of a woman who has said, no is not an option, it really means next opportunity, not to let anything or anyone stop you, and to have her honor us by getting on a plane and coming here. Rich, we applaud you for your persistence, because I know you don't give up. And now, John Davis will join us. He is Executive Vice President, Orlando Regional Chamber of Commerce, a division of the Orlando Economic Partnership, and my fellow board member on Heart of Florida United Way.
Thank you. As mentioned, I'm John Davis, the Executive Vice President of the Orlando Economic Partnership, the Orlando Regional Chamber of Commerce. On behalf of the Chamber and the Orlando Economic Partnership, we would like to also thank Mr. Dr. Richard Black for the invitation to be here this evening, as well as to recognize and to honor Dr. Freeman for her history of work, commitment, and dedication to overall excellence. The Orlando Economic Partnership represents a 7-county region of Orange, Osceola, Seminole, Polk, Brevard, Lake, Volusia, and the city of Orlando. In November of 2018, we launched our 3-year mission, which focuses on broad-based prosperity. And with that, it's incumbent upon us, as has been exemplified through her work, to make sure that those that are less fortunate have the opportunity to be able to take part in the greatness and the things that are happening here in the Central Florida region. And with that being said, once again, we'd just like to honor you, to thank you for the work that you have done and how you have been a trailblazer to pave the way for so many of us. Thank you. And again, we look forward to being a part of the event tomorrow as well. Thank you.
We're all excited, John. We did it. And now please join me in welcoming Novello Pennick, Vice President of Black Nurses Rock, Orlando. I think it's wonderful to see the support of Dr. Freeman's community, the medical community, the Black Nurses Association, Black Nurses Rock. Any of you who are in the healthcare field, would you please raise your hands and let us see you and honor you for serving our communities in that way. Thank
you. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. I am Novello Pennick, and I am here on behalf of Black Nurses Rock, and I am here because my president, Melody Taylor, she's working. So, as a result, I was elected to do this. I want to say thank you so much, first to Dr. Richard for calling and extending this invitation to us. And I am so honored and so proud to be here to honor Dr. Freeman. Black Nurses Rock is basically a new professional organization. We are only 3.5 years old, but we are out in the community, and our goal is to give back to the youngsters, to empower them and let them realize that nursing is not just at the bedside, but it's a whole wide world out there in nursing. So that's what we do. We empower them. We have a mentorship program at Jones High School, and we also have a HIV/AIDS ambassador program that was sponsored by Orlando Health. So those nurses are getting certified so that they can go into the community and do the testing and not have to depend upon other institutions for that. So that's what we are doing. But I'm here to honor Dr. Freeman. And I would like to say, we have a few things in common. I'm also from the Bronx, New York. I also attended Hunter College, just like you. And also, we both love giving back to the community. Now, I just have to tell one short story before I give my props to Dr. Freeman. I told my sister, who's also a nurse, she was the reason I got into nursing. She was a nursing instructor at Bronx Community College. And when I told her I was coming here to meet Dr. Freeman, she said to me, and I'm going to quote her, "Oh my God, is Dr. Freeman still working?" I worked with her when she was at Mount Sinai in Harlem Hospital back in the 1970s. and I'm retired and she's still working. So she asked me to find out what your secret was, but during the interview, I thanked you and I will pass that information on to her, that age is just a bunch of numbers. So I'm also a retired registered nurse, and I couldn't sit still either, because I was like, what am I going to do? So that is the reason why I got involved with Black Nurses Rock. Basically, I'd like to say thank you so much for your dedication. I remember as a young nurse training at Bellevue Hospital and some of the other hospitals that we had to go through for our rotation, seeing people that didn't look like me as doctors. And when we heard about you and your clinic, 147th Street in Harlem, we were like, wow, somebody there, a Black female. So continue the work, thank you so much. And it's finally an honor to meet you. I heard so much about you over the years, but I had never had the pleasure to meet you. My sister did work with you. So, on behalf of Black Nurses Rock, I have a little token for you. And it's thank you. It's an apple representing New York City. I had to do that. And it's basically saying thank you for all of your service, and from Black Nurses Rock, Orlando.
She said, oh, how beautiful. Isn't it amazing how connections are getting closer and closer and closer? It used to be 6 degrees, it's more like 3. Now, how wonderful that your sister used to work with Dr. Freeman back in the 1970s, and that you are continuing in the healthcare tradition. Next, Beverly Colson Neal, National Congress of Black Women Incorporated. I didn't see her earlier.
Yes.
There she is. Beverly Colson Neal, National Congress of Black Women. While she's coming, another history tidbit. Jeanette Rankin, a Republican from Montana, was the first woman elected to serve in Congress. She was elected in both 1916 and 1940. A longtime pacifist, she was the only member of Congress to vote against entering World War II. Beverly.
Thank you, Nana. Good evening. And Dr. Freeman, this is really a pleasure for me. I didn't get a chance to come over to speak with you earlier, but I just want to say to you that I am a history buff, and to see you still up and doing what some people like me, who would love to be home, taking it easy, sunshine and somewhere, just enjoying my life. And it seems as though, because you are still at it, that's an enjoyment for your life, and I just salute you for that. I am the president of the Orange County chapter, the Orlando chapter of the National Congress of Black Women. Our organization is the only African-American political women's organization. It was founded in 1984 by Congresswoman Shirley Chisholm and Dr. C. Dolores Tucker. It was formed out of a protest. For those of you who remember in 1984 when Jesse Jackson took all those African-American delegates to the first National Democratic Convention. Well, when they got to the convention, there was nothing for African-Americans to take part on in the convention. So was Dr. Tucker and Congresswoman Chisholm came back to D.C. and called 19 women leaders. Mary Frances Berry, C. Dolores Tucker, Dr. Eleanor Holmes, Coretta Scott King, Dr. Dorothy Height, and it was just a slew of them. But they said, this will never happen again. So they set out to work, and I can stand and attest that with the work of Dr. Tucker
and Congresswoman Chisholm, we have made some great strides. So this time, I just could not pass up because it's just who we are. You know, you're empowering, and we are an organization that empower African American women. And I just want to say thank you to your face and let you know that you are appreciated, because even though you may not be with us, but you're that leg that keeps us going, that gives us the encouragement to not stop, but to keep moving. So what we've done, we have a plaque for you. And I want you to take it and put it on your desk. So when your patients come, you can say, my sisters from the National Congress of Black Women, Orlando chapter gave this to me, okay? Because we're giving it to you with love. And it reads, in honor of Melissa Freeman, MD, in recognition of receiving the Women on the Move Lifetime Achievement Award, February 28th. Congratulations, National Congress of Black Women.
See, Dr. Freeman, we actually have a conspiracy going, which we figure if we shower you with enough love, you might spend the winter in Central Florida to get away from the New York winters. How are we doing? Her publicist said, I'll stay. It's just who we are. I love that when Beverly said that about women giving back, and African American women in particular. It's just who we are, and we have a beautiful example of that tonight. Our final presenter is Justin Williams, who is General Manager of the Grand Bohemian Hotel in Orlando. Is Justin here? He's not? Okay, we're going to all go to the hotel. Why didn't you go? Now, it is my distinct pleasure and honor to bring a man to the podium who has dedicated his passion and energy to not only women on the move, women on the rise, women who make things happen, but to keeping alive a magazine that chronicles our successes, our stories, our journeys. The Honorable Dr. Rich Black. I got you. Please join me in welcoming you.
Let's give Annetta Wilson another round of applause. I met Annetta Wilson many years ago, Dr. Annetta Wilson, back in my entertainment days. I am just so proud to be here tonight. You guys give yourselves another round of applause. This is our second year with the kickoff reception. We started this journey about 4 years ago. And I just share a little bit, and when you hear Marisol talking about how we began this journey, I'd like to share it with you. My father, who was Caribbean, my mother Caribbean from the Bahamas, they came to America and they were entrepreneurs. They didn't know that black folks weren't supposed to go downtown and open a business. And they went downtown and they opened a business, not just say, it's like Rosa Parks. Just tired. Well, they just wanted to start a business. And they opened the business behind the courthouse, which is now our history center. And during that time, my father and mother did some outstanding things. They bought a lot of property. They had things going on in the Bahamas. And they were very involved with the Mr. Brooks and many other people involved in the Civil Rights Movement. In 2004, I was working on the statue to build the statue on Mary McLeod Bethune, which went up in 2004 on the campus of Bethune-Cookman. And shortly after my father passed, that November we were there at dinner, and we were just talking about all of the phenomenal things that my father had accomplished, and started a business, and my father would watch television, and they had this thing that said the American dream is to own a house. My father said, that's a lie, you own as much as you want in America. And we were just going on, and my mother was sitting at the head of the table, and she was very quiet, and she just continued to eat. And as we were laughing and joking, my father was very silent, and she says, while you're speaking, you need to add this to the notes. Your father was the king because I was the queen and the kingmaker. We were all shocked that she would say that because my mom is sort of kind of an easygoing person. She said, I gave up so much that I could support his vision and his dream. And I sat there and I thought about it and I said, wow, how often are women who do the heavy lifting overlooked because we sort of kind of feel that that's just what you're supposed to do. Later on, I had the opportunity to meet Marisol Romney, and we were sitting there and we were speaking, and I guess this was by divine order. She says, Rich, are there organizations that celebrate women of color or minority women? I think that would be something that Onyx could do. And I said, well, Marisol, to do those type of things, it takes the chips. And if you got some chips in your budget, I got some folks who will do the work. And we started out at Berry University. There was only about 40 or 45 people. And along this journey, you know, there's always the visionary, but then there's the person who makes it happen. I had the opportunity at the Citrus Club to meet this young lady who said she was an ambassador. I said, well, so what are you an ambassador? She said, I'm an ambassador for the African American Chamber. I said, well, you just got fired because you now work for Onyx. And she came in and I said to her, I said, D. Parker, there is something about you that I think I can put with this vision. And I think we can launch something. Well, we're now 4 years in the making. And Onyx magazine, Women on the Move, is now the premier and the most profound celebration of women of color. We have received so many calls thus far. We have folks in the ceiling, in the closet, there's no more room, it's sold out. We can't put anyone in the lobby, not even outside, there's no room for this event. But we celebrate phenomenal women. And you know, they always say that beside a great guy, there's a phenomenal woman. Well, I got a whole lot of phenomenal women. All of those who are previous Onyx magazine Women on the Move, stand and be recognized. The most impactful and influential. Now we have some who are here with us tonight. Others are on the way. They will be here with us in the morning. They will descend upon the Alphon Inn as never before. Those who have now made it for the class of 2019, stand and be recognized. Oh, we can give them a round of applause. These are the women who are doing the work. We have two of the best individuals leading this initiative. Our chair, D. Parker, if we can get you to come up, and my publicist and co-chair, Ms. Nancy Swab. You guys come on up. And, yeah, I see them. Come on up. We're going to bring them up. Let's give a round of applause for them. You know, I would be remiss. I see that our commission has made it in. I would be remiss if I not give the props to a phenomenal woman who everyone called me on Sunday morning and said, Rich Black, we heard all about the Onyx magazine, Women on the Move, on the church station on 94.5 with Reba Tim. Pastor Reba Tim is the first African-American female to be recognized from the faith-based community and received as a Woman on the Move for Onyx magazine. Stand up for Pastor Reba. Not only is she working in the church, she works in the community, and she's making a difference. We appreciate your service. Okay, at this time, we're going to, if we have our certificates, we're going to recognize our sponsors. But before we do that, we're going to bring in our presenting sponsor for Onyx Magazine, Women on the Move 2019. Let's give it up for Mr. Commissioner Samuel Beings. Let's give him another round of applause. He has been with us since the inception of Women on the Move. But Commissioner, tell me you're doing some things in the community, some awesome things in the community.
Well, don't go too far, Rich. You know, let's give it up for Rich Black. The Onyx magazine is a magazine that's on the move within itself. And to recognize our women is so important because they do so much for our community and they do so much for our children and also our young adults, because you're still there when our young adults are going astray, and you're there to hold our hands and to make sure we're in the right direction and doing the right thing. I am so thankful. My mother, she passed away in 2006, but she and my grandmothers, they were my women on the move because they kept me on the move, and I really appreciated them and what they've done in my life. You know, when Rich asked me to be a part, from the very beginning, from the inception, I could not say no. I could not say no because I know that it takes investments of all kinds to make it work. Pastor Timms will tell you that tithes and offerings are important to the church. Let's give it up for tithes and offering now, you know. Tithes and offering are those ways that we can give to our Father in care of the church and what the church does for us in our community. And it means a lot to us when we give. And of course, when we give the way that we give, then He's so just to bless us beyond measure if we only give. And you see the billionaires, when they give, they even get more return on their money because of giving. But if you give, and give from the bottom of your heart, it can make a difference. And it can and will make a difference in our community. So Rich Black and Onyx Magazine and Women on the Move for 2019, Commissioner Samuel B. Eames and Mayor Pro Tem is with you 100%. So thank you so very much. God bless you. Love you, Rich.
Let's give him another round of applause. At this time, we would like to recognize our sponsors. Our founding partner and title sponsor, you heard from her earlier. If I can get our co-chair and our chair. We're here? Okay. I think Nancy is on the way. Okay, let's give it up for Orlando Health, Marisol Romney. If I can get you guys to stand right here in the front. We're going to take a photo. Okay, and our presenting sponsor for the 2019 Onyx Magazine Women on the Move, Tupperware Brands. If we can get the Tupperware family, Monica Riley, we got Mark Chambley in the house. I'm going to allow Mark Chambley. You guys probably remember him back in the day from the Orlando Magic, but we're going to let Mark say hello. Just say hello to us, Mark.
Oh, Rich. Okay, Rich, thank you. On behalf of Tupperware, thank you. This has been an incredible and inspirational evening, and I'm so pleased to be back in the community after a little hiatus. So, I'm back, Rich.
This is Tupperware's third year with us in our fourth year run. I am exceptionally proud of our next presenting sponsor. When I spoke with her, you know, sometimes folks will tell you, well, I'll see what I can do, and I'll do this. She said to me, she says, Rich, what can $5,000 get me? I said, I sure like how you talk, sister. But we're going to bring to the house, she is not only a friend to Onyx, she is the only African-American female who owns an Outback Steakhouse in the state of Florida. Let's welcome to the stage Ms. Yolanda Lee, Outback Steakhouse. Let's give it up. That's a major accomplishment. Our entertainment sponsor, I know that he's not here tonight, but Letitia, we'll let Mercedes-Benz know that we recognize them tonight. And our event sponsor, Commissioner Regina Hill, is she in the house? Has she left already? Okay. Florida Citrus Sports, if Susan is here, she will accept on behalf of Florida Citrus Sports. Let's give it up for Susan, and Susan has really done an awesome job here, right? Susan, yeah. Oh man, hey, take care of our folks, right? And you see the beautiful decor that we have on the table and also the backdrop. There's a company here, GGR Marketing and PR. Her husband is here. I saw Sammy Roberts. He's a Caribbean passport. Let's give it up for Brother Robert Sammy for all the work that he's doing. Sammy Roberts, okay, he's here, okay. He's still here? Okay, Commissioner, you just come up, we're gonna unveil. And if we can get Melissa, if we can get Dr. Melissa, we can sit her right here on the side as we unveil. And if we can get our Woman on the Move, the first cover that we've ever produced, is Angela Song.
Sorry, can't hear.
Following the unveiling, I would like for all of the women on the move, past and present, to take the photo with Dr. Melissa Freeman. On 3, we got the drum roll. Who has the drum roll for us? Oh man, we're making this brother work. Let's give it up from the drummer. 1, on 3, 1, 2, 3. 2019 Onyx Magazine, Women on the Move cover. Dr. Melissa Freeman. Okay, Brother Darrell, we can go ahead and strike up the band, my brother.